जाधव सर, मी तुम्हाला होस्ट करू का? हॅलो.
Yes, madam.
Yeah, 3 minutes to left. Three minutes left, and we can join and start with the lecture. Good morning by then, the students who have joined. Kindly follow the instructions. For the attendance, write roll_name in the chat window so that your attendance will be considered. Also, rename yourself. I hope you know how to rename yourself. You can go into the participants, and in the participants you will have an arrow, more, click on more, and you can rename yourself. Okay, so those students who have not renamed themselves, kindly rename it. Within next 1 minute, we will be starting our lecture. Jadhav sir, I'm audible?
Yes, madam.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
मैं करके भेजता हूँ। हाँ।
Okay, good morning, students. We are starting with today's lecture about, let's see what is written in the chat. Okay. Your attendance, you keep on writing on the chat window, and by the meantime, we'll start with today's lecture. a very warm good morning to all of you. We had already been introduced with what course I'm going to take, what are my certain course objectives, and what will be the outcome of this. You are going to learn the C++ language as an object-oriented language in this course. Again, you are going to analyze what are the strengths of the object-oriented programming, the different principles of object-oriented programming, certain C++ statements like sequence, iteration, which you had seen in Python as well. And next, we are going to see about this particular introduction to object-oriented programming. We are starting with a lecture today. So let me start with introduction to object-oriented programming and what will be the objective of this session. We are going to learn what are the different programming paradigms, need of object-oriented programming, why you need object-oriented programming, why can't we go with POP, which was the older concept of programming language, and then know about the different fundamentals of OOP. And hence, after this session, you will be able to know about and distinguish what are the different programming paradigms or the techniques, and understand the need of object-oriented programming and what is its benefit, and also be acquainted with the different fundamentals of OOP, that is the basic concepts of OOP. So we are starting with the evaluation of programming techniques. As you are seeing the different programming techniques which are there. Yes. Kindly stop your mic. All of you, kindly mute yourself. Okay. So different types of programming techniques which we are following is unstructured programming, where everything is messed up and we are keeping everything in one. जैसे अगर आपके घर में एक ही रूम है और उसी रूम में आप सो भी रहे हो, खा भी रहे हो, पी भी रहे हो, everything if it is there, it becomes very difficult, and that is unstructured. So there was previous one technique which was known as unstructured programming technique. Then since unstructured programming was difficult, we came towards the next programming technique, that was procedure oriented. In procedure oriented, some procedures were given different tasks, and then the task was performed, and hence it was becoming easier. जैसे हम शादी में करते हैं, अलग अलग टास्क अलग अलग लोगों से करवाते हैं, and then we are going to have one particular thing, that is procedure oriented. One task is completed. Then we go for a next ahead step of modular programming language. Now modular programming language is again a little bit type of procedure oriented, but certain things you will observe to come to know about how it is between object oriented and procedure oriented, because different modules are there, and you will come to know as we go ahead what will be the difference between both of these techniques. Then we come towards object oriented programming technique, which we are going to see in our course. And lastly, which is very famous nowadays and we are using it at much, that is generic programming technique. So these are the 5 programming techniques in all. Depending upon these 5 programming techniques, your languages are there. Now you have C language, you have C++ language, you have Python. इतने n number of languages आप लोग देखते हो, और स्मॉल टॉक है, ओरेकल है, MySQL है, जो कोई लैंग्वेज आप ले लो, वो सारी लैंग्वेजेस इन 5 प्रोग्रामिंग टेक्निक के अंदर ही फॉलो करती है. So we'll see about different types of programming languages. Remember, these are the programming techniques. We have seen 5 programming techniques: unstructured, procedure, modular, object-oriented, and generic. Then we are coming towards what are the different languages. Now to support object-oriented programming technique, we have object-oriented languages. To support procedure-oriented and modular-oriented, we have procedure-oriented languages. To support the structured programming language, we have assembly, and to support unstructured programming, we have machine language. So different languages are evolving. All of you are well known about the machine language. It is only in the terms of ones and zeros. You don't understand anything in case of machine language. Assembly language, where you are having some mnemonic codes. जैसे अगर मुझे add करना है 2 numbers को, I'll just write add, ADD, and I will use the particular A comma B, add 1 comma 2, that is assembly language. Procedure oriented, where I will write a program and I will use one function, and through that function I will perform the addition. जैसे मैं करूंगी add A comma B, so inside the braces. So this is what I'm going to use in terms of this. So see that in case of the assembly language, I will write add A comma B. I'm making the use of registers over here. Whereas in case of procedure oriented, I will use one function and I will write add A comma and B. So these are the differences between what you are seeing as highlighted, that is add A comma B. You are going to see about in assembly language, and here add A comma B you are seeing about in the procedure oriented language. Sandeep, I would like to tell you that please switch off your video. Kindly switch off your video. Yeah, thank you so much. Then we are going for evaluation of the different programming techniques. We have seen the different types of languages. Now we are going towards the details of each and every languages. I'll skip about unstructured programming language. You'll see main program है और सारा data एक ही program के अंदर follow करता है. So this is known as unstructured programming. Second, I saw about the technique that is procedure oriented, where you have main program and the main program is divided into two procedures or more than one procedure. But every procedure is not having the data. It shares the data from the main program. ठीक है? तो आप एक प्रोग्राम लोगे और उस प्रोग्राम में सारा आपका डेटा होगा, लेकिन उस डेटा को एक्सेस करने के लिए अलग अलग फंक्शंस होंगे. जब भी फंक्शंस को कुछ काम करना होगा तो वो मेन प्रोग्राम से डेटा लेके काम करेगा. So this is procedure oriented language, and the Pascal is one of the language which comes under procedure oriented. C is also known as a language which is procedure oriented. Next we have modular programming. अब difference देखो कि structured programming language और procedure oriented programming language में क्या difference है. हमने यही स्ट्रक्चर देखा, मेन प्रोग्राम और डेटा, जो हम प्रोसीजर ओरिएंटेड में देखते हैं. इन द सिमिलर मैनर आई एम हैविंग procedures, two procedures, but apart from procedures, if you can see over here, we are having data 3, we are having data 1 and data 2. Apart from procedure, again you are seeing, observing here two modules, module 1 and module 2. So this is possible with, yeah, this is possible in case of modular programming language. So difference is that each and every module is having its own data apart from the main program data. मतलब main program के data के अलावा उसके पास खुद का data भी होता है, जो module में होता है, जो procedure में नहीं होता. And it has procedure. एक module में number of procedures भी हो सकते हैं, number of data भी हो सकता है, खुद का data. So this is more secure than your procedure oriented language. And C is the language which is following in modular as well as in procedure oriented. Pascal is known as completely procedure oriented, whereas C belong to both of the programming languages. Then we are going towards object oriented. अब object oriented में क्या difference देखा? यहाँ पे आपने एक difference देखा कि module है, हर module main program के साथ connect होता है और उसका interaction जो है that is there with only main program. Module 1, if you are observing, it is having main program and its interaction. Module 2 is having its interaction with again the main program, right? In the similar manner, when I am saying object oriented, but object oriented में क्या है? हर एक object के पास उसका खुद का data होता है, खुद का procedure होता है, and one object interacts with the other object. You are seeing here there is no interaction of a main program data. मतलब एक data जो है main program से नहीं कोई share कर रहा है, सारे जो भी share कर रहे हैं एक object का data दूसरे object के साथ share हो रहा है. This is known as pure object oriented. And remember that you are seeing C++. C++ is just not pure object oriented. It is just an object oriented programming technique which is followed by C++. Pure object oriented में जो आता है programming language, that is Java, and you are seeing about .NET and all. But C++ is not pure object oriented. जैसे जैसे आप पढ़ोगे आपको समझ में आएगा कि C++ क्यों pure object oriented नहीं है, क्योंकि C++ is following the structure of modular as well as object oriented programming. तो आप जब प्रोग्राम करोगे तब आपको समझ में आएगा डिफरेंसेस कि आप C++ को मॉड्यूलर भी क्यों बोलते हैं और ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड, C को हम प्रोसीजर ओरिएंटेड भी क्यों बोलते हैं और मॉड्यूलर भी क्यों बोलते हैं. We'll see when we see about the practicals, you'll come to know about it. Okay. Next programming technique, which is generic programming technique, and this programming technique is raising the level of abstraction. पूरा जो इम्प्लीमेंटेशन डिटेल है इसमें सारा हाइड हो जाता है. आप डायरेक्टली फंक्शन का नाम यूज करते हो और उसी से आप उसको एक्सेस करते हो. Okay, am I audible? Anyone can reply? Everything is going fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Up till now, you all have understood what we have covered? Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so 5 programming techniques we have observed, and we have seen 4 languages which are following those particular 5 techniques, and detail of each and every technique which we are observing. So generic programming technique is the last technique which goes on with abstraction. मतलब अगर आपको general program लिखना है जो किसी भी के लिए भी काम आ जाए, ऐसा अगर प्रोग्राम लिखना है तो आप जेनरिक प्रोग्रामिंग टेक्निक का यूज करते हैं. And this is a famous programming technique which is being used at much nowadays. So we'll come to know again when we go into details. Just keep it into mind that generic programming is having the level of abstraction, and this is where you are just don't write number of code together. You just write one single code and it will be accessible for any type of data type. जनरली ये डेटा टाइप के लिए होता है कि अगर मुझे इंटीजर, जैसे आप यहाँ देख रहे हो इस प्रोग्राम में एक प्रोग्राम लिखा हुआ है जहाँ पे आप क्या कर रहे हो, नंबर, बहुत सारे नंबर्स हैं, उन सबको सारे नंबर्स को आप ऐड कर रहे हो, और ये सारे नंबर्स जो है वो कौन से हैं, इंटीजर के हैं. बट इंटीजर के अलावा अगर मुझे फ्लोट के लिए करना है तो यहाँ पे INT को किससे रिप्लेस करोगे, फ्लोट से. ओके, सो दिस इज व्हाट यू आर गोइंग टू सी अबाउट. एंड देन वी हैव which is becoming general. तो अगर मुझे फ्लोट के लिए करना है तो मुझे इंटीजर की जगह फ्लोट लिखना पड़ेगा. अगर मुझे वही चीज कैरेक्टर के लिए करनी है तो INT की जगह कैर करना पड़ेगा. तो इसके बजाय मैं सिंपली आई एम गोइंग टू मेक द यूज ऑफ टेम्पलेट. जैसे यहाँ पे दिख रहा है आपको टेम्पलेट टाइप नेम एंड टी और टी सम. जहां पर भी t दिख रहा है, that t will be replaced by either integer, float or character, so that it will become general. ये छोटा सा फंक्शन जो है वो general हो जाएगा और किसी के लिए भी काम आ सकता है. So that is known as a generic programming which is done at a very higher level, and you need not know what is the detail inside. just आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि फंक्शन का नाम क्या है और उसको क्या पैरामीटर्स पास करने हैं, बस इतना पता होता है तो generic programming becomes very easy. So we have seen about the 5 programming techniques which are there. Okay, now we'll go into much detail that why we need object oriented programming. तो object oriented programming के पहले जो programming technique थी that was procedure oriented technique, और इसीलिए अब हम procedure oriented का थोड़ा पार्ट देखते हैं क्योंकि हम लोग को पता चलेगा कि why we are not using procedure oriented now. अब procedure oriented में ये है, you have main program and you have data, then you have number of functions which are there which are accessing the data, right? यही चीज हमने देखी थी प्रोसीजर ओरिएंटेड में कि मेन प्रोग्राम से बहुत सारे फंक्शंस निकलते हैं, वो सारे एक मेन प्रोग्राम के डेटा को एक्सेस करते हैं. नाउ व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन इन दिस टाइप ऑफ डेटा? नाउ वील ऑब्जर्व प्रोसीजर ओरिएंटेड टेक्निक, प्रोग्रामिंग टेक्निक को हम फंक्शनल प्रोग्रामिंग टेक्निक भी बोलते हैं क्योंकि सारे फंक्शंस में हम काम को डिवाइड करते हैं. दूसरा मेन पर्पस हियर इज टू डिवाइड द प्रॉब्लम्स इनटू सेवरल सब प्रॉब्लम्स. हर सब प्रॉब्लम, हर फंक्शन अपना अपना काम करेगा और जो भी अपना काम है इट विल कंप्लीट दैट वर्क एंड विल रिटर्न बैक द डेटा टू मेन प्रोग्राम. But here the main disadvantage is that if your blocks of memory are very huge, मतलब आप बहुत बड़ा प्रोग्राम लिख रहे हो तो आपका डेटा करप्ट हो सकता है. Now procedural programming is having one particular thing as you are observing over here कि यहाँ पे function 1, function 2 and function 3 है. आपको यहाँ पे जो दिख रहा है, एक मिनट. So function 1 is there where is having its own data, function 2 having its own data, function 3 having its own data. लेकिन इसके अलावा सबके एरोस ग्लोबल डेटा के पास जा रहे हैं, मतलब देयर इज सम ग्लोबल डेटा व्हिच function 1, function 2, function 3 is accessing. Now consider global data on left hand side which function 1 and function 2 is accessing. Now by chance if function 1 changes the value of the global data, मतलब एक वैल्यू है जो शेयर हो रही है, बाहर है, दुनिया के बाहर है और वो लोग एक्सेस कर रहे हैं, एक फंक्शन 1 अगर ग्लोबल डेटा को चेंज करता है तो वो किसके लिए एप्लीकेबल हो जाएगा, फंक्शन 2 को भी एप्लीकेबल हो जाएगा. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल मैंने a की वैल्यू है, ग्लोबल है a इज इक्वल टू 5, ये 5 वैल्यू रखी है और फंक्शन 1 ने a की वैल्यू को 6 कर दिया, तो ऑब्वियसली जब फंक्शन 2 a की वैल्यू को देखेगा तो उसने देखा है कि a की वैल्यू क्या है, हो गई है 6, दैट इज व्हाई इट इज गोइंग टू कंसीडर 6. इसकी वजह से क्या होगा कि ग्लोबल डेटा की वजह से जो भी फंक्शन है वो प्रॉपर्ली वर्क नहीं करेंगे, क्योंकि अगर फंक्शन 2 को वैल्यू 5 चाहिए तो वो नहीं पाएगा क्योंकि फंक्शन 1 ने उसको चेंज कर लिया है. सो दैट इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. ग्लोबल डेटा चेंज करने की वजह से फंक्शंस के ऊपर काफी असर होता है. And that is why it is said all data, important data is placed globally so that it can be accessible by all functions. And hence the global data is not secure because it has been accessed by all the different functions. And this is actually the limitation of procedure oriented programming. So see, we'll see about procedure oriented programming में अलग अलग फंक्शंस है, हर फंक्शन के पास उसका खुद का डेटा भी होता है, पर एक ग्लोबल डेटा होता है जो वो शेयर करता है, और वो ग्लोबल डेटा अगर वो चेंज कर लिया तो सारे फंक्शंस पे असर होता है. Hence, what is the limitation of procedure oriented programming? कि वो सिर्फ उसके काम के ऊपर देगा, it will not focus on global data. Okay. Next is that जैसे जैसे programs larger होते जाते हैं. Yes, anyone wants to speak? Okay. जैसे जैसे programs becomes larger itself, your program becomes very complex and it becomes very much strainful. In case of procedure oriented, as functions are having unrestricted access to the global data, anyone can access it anywhere. This is a severe disadvantage of procedure oriented programming, and hence the program becomes very difficult to be modified. Where you want the real world objects to be modified, they cannot be effectively modified in case of procedure oriented programming. So hence the need of object oriented programming comes, that is to overcome all the limitations which we have seen, 5 limitations of procedure oriented programming. To overcome all these 5 limitations, we are making the use of object oriented programming. So there are different benefits of object oriented programming. Now we'll see one by one what are the benefits. We are having reusability as one thing, that you can reuse. You have to define only one class, one program, and that can be easily reusable by number of objects. Since here objects are taking part, तो एक object को अगर कुछ चाहिए तो वो दूसरे object से easily reuse कर सकता है. This concept is known as inheritance. एक की property दूसरे में share करना, that is known as inheritance, and inheritance provides the facility of reusability. Then you are again having redundance also. Redundancy is eliminated. एक ही काम दोबारा 10 बार copy नहीं करना पड़ेगा. That is why known as a redundancy is eliminated. Again that is done with the help of inheritance. So inheritance आपको reusability भी provide करता है and also provides the feature of redundancy elimination. Then since your data is very near to the objects, it is very much secure. हर object जब अपना data चाहेगा तभी वो share करेगा, कोई भी global data यहाँ पे accessible नहीं होता है in case of object oriented programming. Modularity की वजह से आप upgrade easily कर सकते हो programs को. Then your message passing becomes very much simpler in case of OOP. Then software complexity is also easily manageable, and the programs are very easily extensible due to one particular feature of OOP, that is polymorphism. So we have seen the different benefits, that is reusability, redundancy, secure, upgradable, and it is extensible also. So we'll see about the difference between OOP and POP. Up till now you are going to know what is POP. अब OOP को भी देखेंगे. हमने देखा POP is focusing only on functions, whereas object oriented programming के लिए आजकल डेटा इतना ज्यादा मेजर हाइट में है कि आपका डेटा बिग डेटा होते जा रहा है और उसको सिक्योर करना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है. और इसीलिए procedure oriented programming doesn't focus on data, it just focuses on functions. That is why object oriented programming is come into picture, because it focuses on data. हमारा डेटा किस तरीके से सिक्योर रखना चाहिए, this is kept into OOP. Then we have OOP is dividing the program into objects, whereas POP is dividing the program into functions. Then there are different accessing modes in case of OOP, that is private, public and protected. You'll come to know as you go ahead. And POP is not having such accessing mode. As such, it is not requiring it. Okay. Then we are having secure. OOP is obviously very much secure always than POP, because POP is not having that much of data hiding. That is why it is not secure, less secure. Then modification is easily possible in OOP, which is not possible in POP. And very much important part that OOP is following a bottom-up approach while POP is following a top-down approach. We'll come to know in the coming lectures about bottom-up क्या है और top-down क्या है. फिर भी मैं आपको एक assignment दूंगी आज कि आपको ये find करना है कि bottom-up approach क्या होता है और top-down approach क्या होता है. Next lecture में we will come to this point that you will answer me what is bottom-up approach and top-down approach. Okay. And commonly used OOP languages are Python, C++, Java, Web.NET. Pascal and Fortran are the one which are procedure-oriented programming languages. So all these are summarized with the differences. I'll come to the last point of today's lecture, that is the different basics of OOP, which we are going to explore in the next lecture tomorrow. There will be a video lecture which is given. Fundamentals of OOP, there are different fundamentals. Actually basic, there are 7 fundamentals. Here we have laid down 6 fundamentals. First fundamental is OOP के लिए हर कुछ जो होता है that is known as objects. So there should be objects for object oriented programming. When you combine different objects, it becomes one class. So combination of different objects which are similar to each other becomes classes. When you combine the classes, that is data and functions together, you encapsulate them. So that data encapsulation is one type of feature of OOP. Another is आप implementation details को hide कर देते हो, इसीलिए आपका data abstraction आता है. फिर आप एक property को दूसरे property में share करते हो, that is reusability is there, that is why inheritance. And lastly is that I can be extensible, मतलब एक चीज जो है वो many forms ले सकती है, that is why polymorphism. So we are having these concepts, objects, classes, data encapsulation and inheritance as well as polymorphism. Okay. So today we have learned the various different types of languages, different types of programming paradigms. Again, what is the need of object oriented programming and what are the different fundamentals of OOP. In a short period, kindly give me the answer. Different types of programming languages. कौन-कौन से हैं? Yes, fast. कौन सी programming language देखी हमने?
Python, C++, Java.
Yes, very good. But what is the Pascal, C++ and Java known as which type of languages? 4 languages we have seen. Machine language is one. Yes.
Assembly language, procedure oriented, object oriented.
Very good, very good. Can I know your name, please? Pardon?
Rohan Pawan.
Pawan. Okay. Congratulations, Pawan.
Pawan nahi ma'am.
Yes.
I'm Pawan nahi, Rohan Pawan.
Rohan. Okay. I'm sorry, Rohan. Very good. What are the different programming paradigms? Programming techniques कौन-कौन सी देखी हमने? 5 techniques देखी है. What are those 5 techniques?
Unstructured, procedure, modular, programming oriented, object oriented, and generic.
Very good, very good. Again, Rohan, the same answer from you. Yes, Rohan is speaking, right? मुझे और लोगों से भी आंसर चाहिए कि हम ऑब्जेक्ट ओरिएंटेड प्रोग्रामिंग क्यों चाहेंगे? Why we need object oriented programming? You can unmute yourself and give the answers. or are you not there on the in the lecture?
To overcome the disadvantages of procedural
Very
oriented
very
programming.
smart answer, very smart answer. Who is it?
Akshay Kochar.
Akshay, very good. To overcome the problems of object procedure oriented, can you name any one problem? क्या प्रॉब्लम होती है पीओपी में?
Ma'am, data is globally accessible.
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड. दैट इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट कि ग्लोबल डेटा होता है जो सारे फंक्शंस एक्सेस कर सकते हैं और अनरेस्ट्रिक्टेड एक्सेस होता है, इसीलिए प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट होती है पीओपी में. एंड व्हाट आर द डिफरेंट कांसेप्ट्स ऑफ ओओपी? एनीवन? अक्षय, नाउ यू कैन म्यूट योरसेल्फ. Others can give the answer.
Object, class, data encapsulation, abstraction, inheritance.
Okay, okay, very good. Who's again speaking?
मयूर घोरपड़े.
वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड मयूर. सो बॉयज आर कीपिंग इट अप. कल रक्षाबंधन की वजह से बॉयज में काफी जान आ गई दिखता, राइट? इसीलिए वो आंसर कर रहे. सारे बहनों ने उनका प्यार उनके पास दे दिया तो वो फटाफट आंसर कर पा रहे. Congratulations to Akshay, Mayur as well as Rohan that they have given the answers, being attentive towards the class. Thank you so much to all of you. I'm just sharing you one particular just this particular quiz is there. Copy this and you can paste it up on the browser and give the answers to the 3 questions related to today's lecture. Kindly submit the assignment, this particular quiz, in a short period of time. Only 3 questions. Yesterday also we have seen one thing that was there, and I'd asked you to just attempt this, that do you love programming? So I till then I have till today I have just received 10 of the answers. I want other students also, because you all are 40, you all were 43 in number yesterday. Today we have 47 of them. Yesterday there were 43 of the students and only 10 answers are there. I request you, all of you, to kindly share it, and again certain instructions to be given in short period. I hope that today the lecture was understandable to you, all of you. Yes, you are having certain thing, that is a prerequisite test will be shared to you on Google Classroom today. That let me tell you about prerequisite test. ये टेस्ट में सिर्फ हम लोग इसलिए लेते हैं कि समझ में आ जाए कि आपको प्रोग्रामिंग का कितना नॉलेज है. थोड़ा बहुत पाइथन जो आप लोगों ने पिछले साल देखा था, पिछले सेमेस्टर में, those students will give this test will be based on Python, a small test which you are going to go through for 20 marks. Remember always to write your attendance in the chat window, because I save the chat window and through that I come to know about the role name. If I miss anyone through the snapshots, I can check it out through the chat window. Again, after each and every lecture, if it is given, solve it as an assignment to you. So thank you so much. Thank you for your patient listening. And any thing which you want to ask on the chat window, you can put. Okay, I have one thing that Akshay has asked me, that can you please explain generic programming again? Akshay, the generic programming, keep it into mind that generic program मतलब क्या हो गया, एक general program हो गया. जैसे आप क्या करते हो, अगर मैंने addition का program लिखा, तो मैंने addition के लिए, जैसे मुझे अगर बोला गया कि 2 integer numbers का addition करना है, तो मैं क्या करूंगी, I will write int a comma b, मतलब integer a लूंगी और integer b लूंगी, c is equal to a plus b. This is I am going to do in case of integer addition. अगर वही मुझे बोला गया कि मुझे फ्लोट का एडिशन करना है, तो मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा, I'll take float instead of integer and a comma b. अगर कोई कभी आता है और वो बोलता है कि डबल करना है, तो फिर मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा, डबल a comma b. तो इतनी बार अननेसेसरली मुझे क्या करना पड़ रहा है, हर बार डेटा टाइप को चेंज करना पड़ रहा है. तो इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट आई विल टेक वन कॉमन थिंग, जैसे t मैंने लिख दिया, और जब मुझे जो चाहिए मैं पैरामीटर में पास करूंगी. आई विल पास int एज अ पैरामीटर, float as a parameter, double as a parameter, और अकॉर्डिंगली जब भी मुझे चाहिए तो उसका एडिशन वो कर लेगा. फंक्शन में एक ही लिखूंगी. पहले मुझे क्या करना पड़ रहा था, इंटीजर का फंक्शन अलग, फ्लोट का फंक्शन अलग और डबल का फंक्शन अलग. लेकिन अब इस केस में मुझे क्या करना पड़ेगा, एक ही फंक्शन लिखना पड़ेगा. Getting it, Akshay? Is it clear?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. Thank you so much, dear students. Love to meet you again. Tomorrow we will have one video lecture which will be there, and observe the video lecture and again solve the assignment. After that video lecture is going to be shared to you. Thank you so much. I am ending the meeting today. We had a wonderful interaction. All the participants can have any doubts, can personally ping me through the WhatsApp. Okay? Y'all can leave the meeting one by one just by giving your name. तुम्हारी आवाज तो सुनूं थोड़ी. Yes, one by one y'all can leave, but before leaving, just tell me that ma'am, I'm Unnati, I'm so on, I'm leaving. Yes.
Ma'am, roll number 2. I'm leaving.
Yes. Okay.
Hello, ma'am. Myself, Prajal Sakla. I am leaving.
Okay. Thank you.
Ma'am, roll number 3, Shani Singhi. I'm
Okay.
leaving.
Okay. Thank you.
Ma'am, roll number 5, Sagar Mahajan. I'm leaving.
Yes.
Ma'am, roll number 10, Khushi Kasliwal. I am leaving.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Ma'am, roll number 53, Sejal Gandhi. I'm leaving.
Yes.
Roll number 13, Neil Sangwe, I'm leaving.
Yeah. Thank you.
Roll number 41, Shreyan Studio, I'm leaving.
Okay. Thank you.
Roll number 51, Neha Chhajed. I'm leaving.
Okay.
30.
Be fast, fast, fast.
Roll number 9, Rishabh Hanumante. I'm leaving.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.
Ma'am, roll number 20, Payal Agrawal. I'm leaving.
Yes. Thank you.
Ma'am, roll number 51, Sudhakar. I'm leaving.
Thank you.
Ma'am, roll number 58. I am Pranav Vishwasanonil. I am leaving.
Okay. Thank you.
Roll number 19, myself, Kajal Soni. I am leaving.
Thank you so much.
Myself, Galandi Snail. Ma'am, I am leaving.
Yeah. Thank you.
Roll number 14, Tejaswini Murtha. I am leaving.
Yeah. Thank you.
Roll number 27, Sejal Nikam. I am leaving.
Okay. Thank you.
Ma'am, roll number 44, Saili Shankar. I am leaving.
Thank you.
Roll number 48, Vijay Pragar. I am leaving.
Thank you. Thank you.
Roll number 46, Prachik Kotecha. I'm leaving.
Yeah. Bye.
Roll number 56, Anya, I am leaving.
Yes. Pranay, bye.
Roll number 15, Sejal Katrid. I am leaving.
Yes. Bye, Sejal. Yeah, you are there? Who's it?
Roll number 30, Sayam Parekh leaving.
Okay, thank you.
Roll number 55, Mayur Ghorpade. I am leaving.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Roll number 47, Ayush Mutha. I am leaving.
Bye. Thank you, Ayush.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, Mansi, are you there? Hello? Mansi, are you there? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jadhav sir. Thank you for hosting.
Okay, madam.
End the meeting. End the meeting.
Okay. End the meetings. Ends all meetings.